Hey everybody, what is going on? Hope you're all doing well. That's how I start every one of these. But welcome to another live edition of This is Tom's World. We're just going to be hanging out, chilling, talking as we usually do. I do have some new news, as I said in the short that I posted today. New news, and that will make sense a little later on when I bring that up. However, I'm going to wait for people to be in here for me to actually announce that. So just waiting for people to trickle in. It's been a minute since I did my last video, and I understand that's a little frustrating. I don't like it with the YouTubers that I subscribe to when they go a while, like longer than normal, without a video. But things have been a little all over the place lately, so I'm making them as I can, and hopefully very soon there's going to be a little bit of spike of activity. Um, and hopefully there will also be a spike of subscribers coming in soon, all related to the new news that I was speaking of earlier. So as you come in, feel free to say hi, and yeah, and we'll get started talking as soon as a few more people come in here. I will bring up my new news, air quotes news. Um, it's just a little pun thing that I'm doing, and it'll make more sense. Anyway, once again, hope you are all doing well. This time I am not competing with the Phillies game because I know that doesn't start until 8 something tonight. So I'm pretty sure that's when it starts. Let me see here. It starts at 8:07. So, yeah. So I'm not competing with that for a change. But I see we have a few people in here. I'll just wait for one or two more, and then I'll drop my new news. It's a first. It's a first for me actually, and a first for my channel as well. So I'm kind of excited about it, and we are still at least a few weeks off from when this news is going to take place. But I can drop the news tonight, and we'll see where we go from there. So 4 people in here. Hello, 4 people, and hello to everyone watching the recorded version of this. I was Wawa sponsored. That I have no control over what commercials get put on there. But hey, that would be great if I was. I mean, I would not mind that money. So anyway, still gonna wait until we at least hit 5 people in here before I drop my new news. I'm gonna stop doing this now. Hey, cuz, how are you? Been a little while, man. How you been? This is my cousin, Steven Germscheid. Yes, that's how you pronounce that, Germscheid, despite how it's spelled. Same, same phonetic issues with my grandmother's married name. Germscheid was her maiden name. Her married name is Gertner, Gaerttner. So, well, I should say was. She's been gone now for a little while. That was a whole sad case. She had dementia. She had multiple problems. So, but I'm doing good, man. Chugging along, doing my YouTube channel. Working, spending time with my son, spending time with my goddess. I have no complaints outside of I could use a lot more money, but couldn't we all? Anyway, I'll wait till the 5-minute mark, even if there's still only the 4 of you here. I'll drop my new news, just because I'm excited to finally say it out loud. I mean, there are some people in my life that know that this is going on. Been something that I've been talking with gentlemen about for about the last week or so. All right, we hit the 5-minute mark, so I'm going to drop it. So, for the first time ever, my name and my YouTube channel's name will be featured in an article in the Bucks County Courier Times. There is a gentleman, Carl Laveau, spelled capital L, little a, capital V, capital O. He used to be the editor for the Bucks County Courier Times, and he is now like just a columnist for them. And just circumstance happened that he became a columnist again. And back in, I think it was 2016, he did an article that I saw quite a bit actually in doing my research for the garden over at Neshaminy State Park, Serobia. He did a whole article on Serobia, and my mom had reached out to him, and and she talked him up a little bit, letting him know she's read his articles and they're all very well, or very good, I should say, not very well. Proper English. Come on, Tom, let's go. And she let him know that she wanted to give him an update on what's been going on with the garden over there. And she explained who I was, what I do, and what me and the volunteers did over at the garden. And she sent him a link to my channel. And he watched some of them. He gave me some good compliments through her about my videos. And he said that he would definitely love to do a follow-up article, and he would like to talk to me. So after some back and forth between the two of them, I emailed him myself, and then we talked last week, and I think that was on Thursday. Might have been Thursday that we talked for about an hour, almost like 45 minutes to an hour on the phone. And and he got the quotes that he needed from me, and then he asked if I would meet up with him in the garden today, which I did. And he wanted to get some more updated photos, some stories about the place. And as I always say to everybody in the park, when they start asking questions about the garden and about the old residence that was there, being the Serobia, I always let them know, well, you're talking to the right person, because I know a lot about it. I'm not going to claim to be the one that knows the most about it. I think that actually goes to a gentleman who is no longer with us, Jack Marr. He was a great guy. He passed away less than a year ago, but it was last winter. And it's very sad that he left us, because I really did want to meet him in person, because not only did he know a lot about Serobia, not only was he part of the Bensalem Historical Society, which started off in one of the buildings of Serobia, but he also grew up knowing the caretaker's son, the caretaker of Serobia, and they hung out a lot, and he got to know Robert Logan. He didn't really speak too much about Blossom Farley, the guy that lived in the tower and in the underground dwellings. But he said he seemed to not really like children. But maybe, he might have just been a little bitter, because that man was going through a lot in his later years of life with tuberculosis and stuff like that. So, so I will be, thank you. Thank you. So yes, I will be finally featured in an article. I mean, it's once again, the article's not about me. I'm not the focus of the article, which that of course is the garden and what has been done. You like that? I still have the old one. See, I still have it. That was in response to this comment here. And I'll explain that in a minute, because nobody else is going to get that but us. So yeah, I will be featured in this article, and my channel will be given out on or in this articles, and this article will also not only be in print, but it'll be on the Bucks County Courier Times website as well. So henceforth, whenever somebody searches for Serobia, of course they're going to hit my videos, because I think of all the different things that are online about Robert Logan and Serobia and things like that, I think when you look it up, my videos are probably the more predominant source of hits on the list when you do a search. But um, now that article will come up too. It's scheduled as of right now. It's scheduled to go out November 3rd. So I'm going to be getting the article ahead of time to proofread just to make sure that everything is correct and all the facts are straight. And then it will be published on November 3rd. So I can't wait for that. It's very exciting news for my channel. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So back to this comment. So I have a group of friends, and it's been some time since we all hung out and chat. But in this chat, and it wasn't live, it was just us hanging out talking. I would oftentimes, and I did this in live feeds too, I would oftentimes have to leave my chair to either go use the restroom or go get like another beer or something, or I had to go away and dad needed something or whatever. So well, not so much this chair, the other chair that I brought over there, that's just a regular wooden dining room chair. That used to be my computer chair for a while. They would get to look at that chair for quite some time. So whenever I go on to their live feed, you know, I always say hi, and I put a little emoji of a chair, and they'll say hi, Tom's chair. So it's a whole inside joke. It may not sound as funny to everybody else, but we think it is. But thank you. I really appreciate that. So yeah, so that's the new news, and that's why the news was in air quotes, because it's going to be in the newspaper. And I'm also excited not only for the mention of my channel, but for the recognition of the garden and the work that was done in it by the other volunteers and I. You know, he was pointing out things to me that he didn't even realize when he was there the first time back in 2016. And he said back then he's yeah, you could say that. Go back and forth. You know, I need the camera to be shaking, you know, to get that Star Trek effect. Yes, it has. And it's going to last forever. Where was I going with that? See, I get so sidetracked. I have my little squirrel moments. But I'm excited that oh, that's right. I said that, and then he pointed out things. He said that when he was there, see, I eventually get back to it. He said that when he was there in 2016, you couldn't see really anything. It just looked like a field of like weeds / grass. May have been mowed, but that was about it. And back then, the hosta mound in the middle was mostly weeds because they were choking out the hostas. Excuse me, allergies still. And as the volunteers, one volunteer in particular, as she was de-weeding that mound that year, the hostas all just started popping up, and they took over the mound. This year, the hosta mound does not look all that great because for whatever reason, all of a sudden the deer decided, oh, we like hostas. So they've been eating them most of the season, and it doesn't look all that good. Hopefully next season they'll find something else and they won't eat that, because I really do appreciate that hosta mound, because it's pretty, especially when the little shoots come up and then they flower and everything. It's really pretty. I mean, of course, they can't take the place of my columbines. I love the columbines. I just wish they bloomed for more than just the beginning of the season. But that's all we get out of them. Some of the flowers in the garden probably are not going to make it to next year. The black-eyed Susans, as I mentioned before, they seem to have an issue again this year. And it seemed to be pretty much all of them. So I don't know if they'll be back. I think some at least one of the cone flowers wasn't looking good this year, and some of the phlox didn't bloom as much as it should have. So I'm not sure what's going on in that garden. the raised bed garden, the cold frame, whatever you want to call it. But it seems to be an issue, and hopefully it corrects itself over the downtime and when it comes back next year. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm super excited to see this article, and I get to read it before anybody else. So it makes me extra special. Not short bus special, man. I'm not saying that. Don't. I'm just kidding. But that's the biggest news that I have right now. I did attempt to make a video this past Sunday. However, I was thwarted 3 times. The first video I was going to try to make, I was going to go over to Tyler State Park and make a video there for the first time. It's a huge, huge park, 1,700 acres, I think, just over 1,700 acres. And they have an area where you can rent canoes or paddle boats and stuff like that. And there's a cool looking bridge there, and like a little stone mound under the bridge, and it's just a nice looking area. But like the further away I got from here and the closer I got to Newtown, the worse the traffic was getting. So before I got too far, I just turned around and I thought, well, I know Groudon Mansion was supposed to have an open house this Groudon Mansion was supposed to have an open house this past weekend, and it rained Saturday, and their rain date was for the next day, Sunday. And I thought, well, I think I saw that it said it was canceled for both days, but I can't imagine it would be canceled today because it's not rainy. And I thought maybe I'll go try that. I did not. Well, I got there, but I was not successful. Nobody was there. But it was my first time seeing Groudon Mansion in person, so it was kind of cool. Didn't get inside. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have fun. And I didn't want to go up to the windows and look in because, it's just kind of weird and rude. But I did walk around the grounds, and I thought about making a video outside of it, but I thought, when I make a video here, I want to be inside because the dining room set from Serobia's mansion is in that mansion, and I want that to be my first video. And hey, Lori, how you doing? And so I didn't make a video there, and I thought, all right, last ditch effort. I'll go to Neshaminy State Park. And at first I thought maybe I'll just walk around the trails and film random things. But then I thought, no, you know what? I never really focused on what's left of the docks that were for Dunk's Ferry. Duncan Williams? Or is it William Duncan? I got to look that up. I think it's Duncan Williams. Let's see. Dunk's Ferry namesake. Okay, it just keeps talking about Alice from Dunk's Ferry, which that's another interesting story, which I might delve into at some point. Let's see. I know. Somebody may have already said it, and I'm not even on that. It's Duncan Williams. So it was Dunk's Ferry, and that's where the street of Dunk's Ferry got its name. The Dunk's Ferry Inn was right there. No longer an inn; it's a private residence now. But no, I did not see. I think I saw that you sent me something, but then it said attachment unavailable. Maybe try sending it again. If it doesn't work, I'll send you my email address, and you can send it to that and see if that works. But try sending it to me again. That would be really cool to see. Over at the PlayWiki Park. I know they're not far from each other, PlayWiki Park and PlayWiki Farm. But I don't remember. I'll have to look back in our messages and see that. I vaguely remember. But I still want to go back to PlayWiki Farm too. And I want to check out more of it actually at some point. I mean, it's nice when things that have historical value of some kind are still standing. And they got the lime kiln there still. Well, what's left of the lime kiln. I did the video of that. That was fun little adventure. Testing my fear of heights a little bit. Just a little bit. But like about a half a mile. Okay. But so I was going to go to Neshaminy and like give a close up look of what's left of the docks that were for Dunks Ferry. And when I got there, I was like, man, it's kind of windy. This is kind of sucking, but maybe if I get down on closer to the beach, maybe the trees will block some of the wind. I get down to the river and it was high tide for the river, so there was no beach to walk on. I said, it just figures. 3 strikes. Now I'm done. I see the image now. Oh, that's so cool. I think I know that guy you're with in the picture too. That looks like a Darren. That's really cool. So I'm looking at a picture of Lori wearing the sweatshirt with the "This is Tom's World." Come explore with me. Well, pretty much this, but like what I have on my YouTube page. That's very cool. Thank you so much for being one of my, not only my viewers, but one of my buyers. That's awesome. Let's see, Chris is saying here. The road used to go through the park and a bridge on the turn of the Creek. I can read. Creek. There's a path that walks around a wooded area in the middle. There's ruins of an old fireplace of a stone house that used to be there. Cool. Yeah, I think it's awesome that you're one of the people that have bought from me, and I'm so glad that you enjoy the shirt. I think it's really cool that something that I helped to create. I can't take full. I can't say it was just me that created the logo and stuff, because it was actually my friend Kenny Biddle that came up with it. I was talking back and forth with him one night when I was struggling early on in my channel. Up until a certain point, I was just calling it Tom's World, which is where just Tom's World came from. And YouTube, like I was getting close to 100 subscribers. And when you get to 100 subscribers, or what it used to be, they changed it up a little now. But it used to be when you got to 100 subscribers, you could have a unique URL. So it would be youtube.com/whatever you wanted to say, versus like just random letters and numbers and stuff like that. And Tom's World was already taken. So I was like, okay, so what do I do? Tom's World Adventures, Tom's World Exploring with Tom's World. I was all over the place with it, and I just wasn't happy with anything that I found. And then Kenny had mentioned, well, what about This Is Tom's World? At first, I was like, I don't know about it, but it grew on me the more I thought about it. And then he actually made the logo. So he made this logo, and he made the one that's at the top of my page that goes across like the banner. And I'm very grateful for him for having done that. I enjoy making the videos, and I love the fact that people are interested in them and that they watch. That still blows my mind to this day. I mean, here we are, almost 4 years later. Wow! In February, it'll be 4 years that I've been making YouTube videos. Wow! It might even be late January, but I'm pretty sure it was early February when my first real video came out. I did a test video, and I think that's still up there. I was down at the Delaware River by Station Ave, the river access, and I did a test video, just 5 minutes or whatever it was, and just to see what it looked like and to test my editing skills and stuff like that. And then the next video I did was the full version of that, which turned out to be quite a bit longer. I'm not sure how long. I can look it up, but it wasn't my best work. The first handful of videos were not my best work, but then again, the video that has done the best on my channel was done kind of poorly. It was done on an old digital video camera that I had gotten in 2007, 2008, and you could tell it's different. You could tell the video quality is different. But that one has almost 6,000 views, and my that one video I was talking about where I went back to the Delaware river access thing, that turned out to be 26 minutes. And that to date has only gotten 456 views, and that's fine. I wasn't as confident in speaking. My editing skills weren't like great. Not that you have to really have good editing skills to make the type of videos that I do. You just have to know what to cut out to make it less boring, less long. But that was, I was right. That one, the longer one, was February 5th, 2020. So it's been some time. All right, cuz, have a good night. Thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Tommy in the 215. Well, my goal eventually is if I can get this channel to be big enough where I'm making decent money, I would like to use that money to travel to places outside of the 215. Maybe check out things in other states, things within this state. I mean, I can easily travel within this state, and I do have plans somewhere down the line of doing some different types of videos. There's I may have mentioned it before. It's hard to remember, but there's the whole Molly Maguire thing that I could do. I know I want to go up to Jim Thorpe, but I want to wait until wintertime to do that because that place was awesome in the winter. There's so many things to do, and I want to do it all. I want to keep going. I eventually would like to start doing filming locations too, like travel to places that are filming locations for movies that mean something to me, so that my excitement becomes part of the video. I just recently watched the Grim Life Collective. They went to England to go to what is now a hotel, but it was where they filmed some of the interiors and all the exteriors of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I couldn't have been more jealous. But there's just other filming locations that I just want to see for my own eyes. I want to go to that little I want to go to that little waterside town where they filmed Popeye with Robin Williams. I mean, there's a lot of places I would love to see. A lot of movies that are near and dear to my heart, and TV shows, stuff like that that I just want to go check out. I want to see the filming locations of the Sons of Anarchy out in California. I want to go travel around them. Just examples. I mean, these are things that are going to be really far down the line because I am nowhere near financially ready for something like that. So hopefully someday my channel will make me lots of money, or I'll hit the lottery or something like that, and I'll be able to do these things. But until then, I'm sticking locally. I'm running a little low on ideas without going into like downtown Philadelphia. And for that, I might need a little help from a fellow YouTuber if he has the time to help me out, because he knows more of the sights to see down there and the history of things. I mean, we all know the general history, but if the Philly captain were to to offer to go down there with me at some point and take me on a little history tour like he does with his subscribers and allow me to make a video of it, that would be a good thing. But there are just general cool things to see down there. The different old fountains and stuff. Love Park, of course, the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, all that stuff. And I definitely would like to go into the historical part of Bristol, down by the river, or down by the creek there. Is it the creek or the river? It's the creek. I don't know. Whatever the body of water is there. I think it's the creek. Anyway, they they have like a wharf there, and then there's King George the something restaurant there, and there's all kinds of history there too, some of which has to do with the Underground Railroad. So that I plan on doing at some point as well. It's just every time I go there to make a video, it's always super windy and you wouldn't be able to hear a word I said, and I refuse to do voiceovers. I can't do it. I did it in a couple of parts of some videos, and I did it completely in one video, but most of the voiceover wasn't me, so it didn't bother me. That was the Byberry Friends video that I did. Well, I'm glad that I can provide that for you. I really am. That's the river? It's the river in Bristol. Okay. I just had a brain fart moment. I'm like, wait a minute, is that the river? But yeah, I definitely would like to get around there as well. It's even fun just to walk around down there. Some of the shops they have, was it about a year ago or a little more than a year ago, they opened up a pretzel shop there, and I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's a really good pretzel shop. Like their stuffed pretzels are amazing. They had ones that were like nacho cheese or something. It was something Mexican, but it was really, really good. And I thought about doing like contacting them and asking them if they would like for me to come do a video there. And yeah, Bristol. Bristol. It's French now. Welcome to Bristol. But I was going to ask them if they'd like for me, or if they'd be okay with me making a video, and it would pretty much essentially be a commercial for them, because it was during the time that I first started messing around with the idea of going to like local businesses, like mom and pop type businesses, and doing videos there, because not only does it help them, but it adds content to my channel that is, that makes sense for the people that do watch the videos because they live in the area and they could check it out and maybe find some new places to go to. Langhorne Manor has a lot of Underground Railroad sites and has a small burial ground of teenage Revolutionary soldiers. Man, teenagers. Good luck getting the teenagers of today to do stuff like that. You're like, Private, get off your phone. Oh, man. But anyway, so yes, for those of you who missed it in the beginning of all this squirrel moments and everything that I have going on right now, the new news that I have that I spoke of in my YouTube short this morning, if you caught that, is that This Is Tom's World and Tom Nally will be featured in a story coming up, supposed to be November 3rd, in the Bucks County Courier Times. A reporter, Carl Laveau, who wrote an article back in 2016 about Serobia. My mom contacted him, let him know, an update and what I've done there and what the other volunteers have done there. And he's doing a follow-up article, and he wanted to get some quotes from me and stuff. And he even took a picture of me there at the garden, like kind of looking at the sundial, the one that actually has the brick one. And I don't know if he'll use that for the article or not. I know he says that he always hands them like 9 images, which reminds me, I was supposed to send him images when I got home, and I just got so tied up with doing things I forgot. So I'm gonna have to remember to do that when I get done this. He says he sends in like 9 images for an article, and they wind up using like 2, maybe 1. So we'll see. But I have to send him some old images of Serobia, the mansion, and things like that. So, but yeah, it's exciting news. It'll be the first time that I'm in a newspaper at all that I know of. And it will definitely be the first time that I know of that This Is Tom's World is mentioned in a print newspaper as well as their online version. So I'm excited for that, and I'm hoping that it brings a lot of new eyes in to see the content that I have, and that would be even more people to offer suggestions of places for me to check out. So let's see here. Actually died of disease, smallpox, I believe. Well, smallpox was around then. Yeah. Wow. That's a long time ago, man. Huh. That would be interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, if not, if you can't get a copy of it, I'm definitely going to be putting once the article is up on the website, I will be putting it up on my community tab on my YouTube page, and I'll also be putting it up on my This Is Tom's World on the Facebook. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. I really am. Hey, how's it going, man? The Sea Scouts in Serobia. I saw one picture in Bensalem Society. Shows a bunch of boys on a wooden boat. Huh. That's I've never heard of that. I mean, I'm sure they did all kinds of cool stuff there at Serobia, but yeah, that would be awesome. I'll have to check that out. Matter of fact, if I can find my pen, here it is. Write that down. The Sea Scouts. Come on. Pen's not working. Okay, it's working. Sea Scouts of Serobia. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out. That sounds cool. Thank you. What's up, Ray? How you doing, man? Been a minute. Haven't heard from you in quite a while. Hope you're doing all right, man. I do see your random photos of the fish you catch. I've known Ray for quite some time. Oh man, but yeah, it's exciting news about the newspaper stuff, and I'm hoping it does bring in a lot of people. More people we get, the more suggestions we get, the more views we get, the more money my channel makes, the more money that makes, the more money that can go back into the channel. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm not expecting like a monster wave or anything like that. Maybe of views, but not necessarily of subscribers. But we'll see. Then again, I never expected to get more than like, like 10 subscribers, and they were all going to just be my family. When I started this almost 4 years ago. So look at what's happened now. I'm almost up to 1,700. Oh, that sounds painful. I don't think I would want to know what that feels like. But yeah, I'm up to let's see. I am up to 1,694 subscribers. So I'm on the downslope of making my way to 2,000 subscribers, which will be cool. I mean, it's no big monumental thing on YouTube. Getting the 1,000 subscribers was, and then getting 4,000 hours of watch time, because then that's when you got monetized. And then just after that, they lowered the monetization attributes, and I mean, you don't get the full monetization. You still have to go through the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to break a rib coughing either. That does not sound fun. I've had bruised ribs before, but never broken, knock on wood. But yeah, I don't think I'd want that. Doesn't sound good. You might notice that the Tom's World logo is missing out of here, and there's a duck there. I'm on the free version of StreamYard now. When you have the free version, you have to have that up there, and you can't change it. But the person that I share this account with, they had to discontinue paying for it for the moment, because it just didn't make sense for them to have them, and that's fine. I can use the free version. We can deal with this little duck here with his headphones on. But anyway, if anybody has any more suggestions of places to go locally, please feel free to either put them here in the comments, or you can always send me a message, or you can comment on any video. I read every comment on every video. Usually the first thumbs up that you get up from your like is going to be for me. And also in means of supporting the channel, like I've always said, the easiest, cheapest way to support the channel is to just simply share it out. You can share a video here and there, say, hey, check this guy out or whatever, or you can just share the address for the channel itself, youtube.com/thisistomsworld. Other ways you can support the channel, you can go to my merch shop. The link for that is down below the video in the description. And you can choose from 3 different types of designs that I have on there right now. I'm toying with the idea of another one, because I always say, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure, or I'm not 100% sure. It comes out in just about every video. So I might make a design that says I'm not 100% sure, because then people could wear that and it could have multiple meanings for them wearing it. So I'm gonna think about that. So there might be a 4th one coming up soon, but you can go check it out. You can get hats like this one came from there. We have this in hats, t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, cups, all different kinds of things. We also have the This is Tom's World, explore with me, or come explore with me, I think it is. I don't even know my own stuff. And you can check that out. It's on all the same types of stuff. And then there's also Exploring His Life. I have that on the same kinds of stuff, so you can go check that out. A lot of the prices have been lowered since I first opened it, so you can check that out, see if anything strikes your fancy, and you can buy it. And that's another way to support the channel. But there is also down below over here somewhere, down below where the chat is, you'll see like a little dollar sign if you wanted to donate money. Could be $1, could be $1 million. I don't care, anywhere in between. And that also supports the channel. Now YouTube does take its little bit of a chunk of the money, but it's not much. And there's also that same dollar sign on the bottom of every one of my videos. If you don't see it, if you see like a button at the end underneath that has like the 3 dots on it, you can click on that, or it might say more or something like that, and you'll find it in there. And it's a super thanks. And you can, those are the different ways you can support the channel. Now that I did that whole long-winded thing, let's go back and see what Ray says. 2001, I had 10 broken ribs from a fight, ending up with me wearing a Kevlar bulletproof body armor vest. Damn, Ray. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Anyway, I am going to get out of here before I forget to send Carl these pictures of Sorobia. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out, and I want to thank everybody for all their kind words, their suggestions, all the support you've all given me. It's been way more than phenomenal, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And well, real quick, Playwicky Park is only a mile from Langhorne Manor. I will have to, let me make more notes. Playwicky Park / Lang. Oh, come on. Pen decided to give out. Lang. Come on. Langhorne Manor. There we go. Now I got that in my notes too. I'm sure there is, or there were. Anyway, so once again, thank you all for hanging out. Chris, you're always here, and I appreciate you, brother. And as well as everybody else. And I've already mentioned the ways to support the channel, so make sure that you've given this video a thumbs up underneath. If you haven't done so, I'll give you a second to do it now. Did you do it? Yeah, I guess that's it. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your night. I'm going to get out of here before the Phillies game comes on, and send some pictures to the reporter. And that's it. So make sure you all stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. I don't think I said that in the right direction. Stay healthy, stay safe, take care. I don't even know my own stuff. Imagine that. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. I will talk to you all soon.